Are you an unconscious being trying to find unity, or a unified human being trying to fully immerse into that? It's a really important question for the spiritual search and for non-duality, because most of us think that we are a divided person who is trying to find unity. And for the most part, that's how spiritual teachers teach us. Like, I'm unified, you're divided, I'm going to teach you how to be unified. So the more we work on being a divided person trying to find unity, the more we're actually just working on being a divided person. That's why we never get anywhere. So, change it around. You're not divided. You never were. There's just kind of a little, weird story going on in your head. And it goes on in everybody else's heads, and we reinforce each other on this. But you cannot be a separate person trying to find unity if unity exists at all. Like, unity is everything altogether that includes you. So you can't be a divided person inside of unity, which means you can't be a divided person trying to find unity. So maybe on the spiritual search, rather than just all this, mental, all the crazy ass sayings, go through the comments on my videos and you'll see some pretty good ones. They're all based on the idea that you're separate and you're trying to find unity. Give that up. Just decide right now that just literally can't be. It doesn't make any sense. That just logically doesn't make any sense. Just decide. You are in unity. You are infused, permeated by unity. There's not a you and a unity. There's only this one thing happening. And this thing that's happening is not static. It's not just a thing. It's the moving field of relationship between all things. So just decide right now. It's like, no, you're not divided. You might be a little confused, but golly, who can blame us for that, right? But make that one decision right now. Unity is. Nisargadatta, his final things that he says is, I am that. Maybe it should be the other way around. That is I. Or just that. Or just unity. That's really all that exists. And so then that makes it easier for the misconceptions that we have to kind of fall away from our heads so that we don't cling to them. Our thoughts will always come up with arguments for separation because the language that we speak in is a language of nouns. It defines things as things. And so just literally the thoughts that go through your head are just constantly divisive, but you're not your thoughts. There is a way broader aspect to your being that just knows all the time about your unity. Knowing itself is a unified experience. Pay attention and you'll notice that most of the time in any sort of spiritual search, you're being talked to as if you're separate and you need to get to unity. No. You're already in this unity. Let that be your point of reference and see what sort of a change it makes.